No, you should be fine back there. The 10th of July already.
So
Believe it? Woof.
Why?
Ouch.
you'll join us. Let's see.
Hopefully. Hoping I see some Zoom Zooms.
Zoom.
Sorry.
I need to get in here and
That's
clean
all of
this.
us.
Yeah, well, I usually clean it every Friday.
Yeah, and I was not here this last.
Good morning.
Hi, Sherry, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
All right.
Good. We're gonna try something new. You do not have to go on mute unless it's loud where you are.
Okay,
Makes it easier to feel like you're part of the room.
perfect.
Just talk. So, hi. I don't know where everybody is. Where is everybody?
Nikki and Amanda are probably coming toot sweet.
I don't know. I know, we've gotten in a bad habit of going into realtor time.
Manana.
Huh?
Just in the middle of a bunch of stuff.
Oh, I know. Me too. I just realized there was something I needed to do before 12 o'clock and I'm not gonna get it done before 12 o'clock, so.
Do you,
Now you got
hey,
this.
do you need something?
No, yeah, I need to text Pat, but it's okay. Okay. I need to text Pat. It's really important. What kind of pizza do you want DoorDash to deliver off of this menu?
Okay.
Because there is still no food in my house
Oh, and she's, yeah.
and she's there. Yeah, so we had breakfast and charcuterie and wine last night. That works. So, all right.
Thanks, Margaret.
Thank you.
Have a
great day.
You too.
Bye. All right, guys. What's the matter?
Nothing.
What's nothing?
She says it's bullshit.
What?
Just having trouble with Google Forms.
Oh. Oh, well, just slam it down. There's no reason to multitask. All right, what's going on? Tell me some good news. You guys all have to have a bunch of good news in this group.
I mean, well, we have 3 closings next week and 2 new houses hitting the market. So I guess
That's
good
awesome news.
Is that all?
That's all.
That's all.
Yay.
And we went on 3 listing appointments last week and got 2 of them.
Wow.
The third one, he's not 100% sure he's going to sell. It's actually a really odd situation that I'd love to talk about with this group at the right time.
But
And
his request, I think that's worth mentioning and like just talking about to see if anybody ever has ever had that.
yeah, but we'll go into that whenever we want to talk about weird situations. Other good news, I mean, we've had some pretty good traction on our listing in Dacono.
Good.
I think we have 2 interested parties that just kind of seeing which one sort of chits or get off the pot first. And Noble had a showing this weekend.
Good.
Agent drove down from Vale to show it to her clients and it
Wow.
made their top 3, but I don't know as of this morning whether or not we're the
All
number
right.
1. So, I mean, there's buyers out there. I just, if anybody was on Coffee Talk, everybody sort of pointed out price, presentation,
Mhm.
is really continues to be paramount. And we are taking price and presentation into factor for our listings in Leiden Rock next week. I will just plug those real fast. 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom ranch right next to Daybreak Park, backs to Greenbelt, priced very competitively at $775.
Nice.
Newly painted, great deck, beautiful home. The one that we have on the Ridge, so save the date for the 20th for a broker open. And that is the house that is over. This is a house that we got from a golden letter. And this is about 1.5 years in the making. This one would have been priced over $1 million, but we're pricing it at $975
Nice.
to see what it does. The views are amazing. It is a 2-story, 1st floor master.
There you go.
Mm.
Love that.
People
it,
love
it,
that.
Love it. All right, what's happening to the goatee?
Yep, we have a closing today. for our clients that are the sellers of their house, and then they close on Wednesday for their new house. And this has been in the works for 3 years. I can't believe it's happening. I'm still like
Wow.
holding myself back, like, is this for real? So
And just for clarity, just for a little clarity, because 3 years sounds like a really long time. What's the price point they're buying in?
1.975, we got it.
Holy cow.
Was
I guess that's worth the 3-year wait, right, girls?
Yeah.
Yeah, take it.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
they actually
day.
started at 2.5, brought it to 2.25, and we got it for 1.195. They just thought the market was funky at that time. So yeah, exciting.
Sounds like top team material.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully, yeah.
The
And then their house.
the TC is predicting it.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah,
my
the
God.
TC is predicting they'll make it in the region, but we'll
that's
see.
awesome.
I'm just
And-
excited for they have 4 kids. They're living in a small 3-bedroom house right now, and I'm super excited for them. So
So how many total closings do you have in the month of July?
we have 4.
Wow.
We had
There you
5.
go.
We had 5, but they had to terminate. It wasn't FHA approved last minute, but
Oh,
so it's been busy, but I'm
Awesome. Well, we kind of had a crazy weekend too. My investor that I think Stacy and I have probably driven 10,000 miles showing
yeah,
him,
feels like it.
houses. We
Between
got him
kids.
under contract.
Awesome.
And here's what's fascinating. The house was listed at, I don't remember, 319.
319.
And
It's
they,
a little condo.
up front, we're offering a $6,000 concession. Well, we don't need a concession when you're cash. So we immediately dropped our price to 313. The next closest comp is 330. Oh, by the way, we were the only offer.
I was like the only showing that day.
Yeah, we were the only
Wow.
showing, the only offer, the only everything. Now we're closing in 2 weeks. And then he looked at another property, almost pulled the trigger on that yesterday. And then out of the woodwork, we're getting a listing that came up on
Mhm.
Friday.
Mhm.
You had a buyer that came out of the woodwork and now pulled back, but we're starting to see some stuff,
Yeah.
right? And so I hope you guys are as well. You two, if you're working open houses, I've got a ton of brand new agents who need shadow. So if you're willing, if you want, I know you might want to co-host, but if you can take some shadows, please let me know, because I need them to see how you work your magic.
We have 2 on the 22nd.
Yeah. Are we gonna do any this weekend?
And I
Just let
can't
me
work
know.
any.
No
Let us
whole
know.
Dakota. I know, but we need to.
I know.
We need
All right,
more
We'll let
business.
you guys do that. All right, so anyway, let me know on that. That would be great. So, on your radar for this group, Skills Lab this month, third Wednesday, 12:30 to 2:30. I'm going to be teaching you dates and deadlines in the contract to buy and sell, how to
Alright.
use the CTME templates, and how to use the hack so it comes accurate where you want it 90% of the time. So some of you are using those and you don't have a problem, but some of you still struggle with the dates and deadlines. So I strongly encourage you to come to that and get some confidence in that. So have that as well. Other than that, I think that's the big stuff that I have for you guys. Open houses, if you're doing open houses and you are not the listing agent, please make sure that your marketing indicates listing courtesy of. Make sure your conversations at the open house say things like, the seller and the listing agent wanted me to thank you for coming in. Like something in your verbiage without putting it on your forehead, I am not the listing agent. Okay, there seems to be something in the works. I'm not sure what. I don't know if Bob's been talking about it at Coffee Talk at all, but there's something about open houses and agents representing themselves as a listing agent. So we just want to make sure our bases are covered on that. So, and I need to get some clarity on Bob and a couple of other things. So that is the big stuff I had with you guys. Did you guys do an open house this weekend? I know we didn't. Sherry, did you guys open? No, and Stephanie stepped out. So open houses seem to still be really busy. I think I'm really surprised at the volume of activity we had over the 4th of July weekend and then again this last weekend. Like there are people, we're supposed to be slowing down, right? It's that time of year where we're all supposed to like go on vacation and, you know, take an actual day off. I'm not seeing it. You guys are all keeping me pretty busy. Okay, all right. Talk to me about your weird situation. Let's do what we do
All
in
right,
this.
so
Let's
couple
brainstorm.
of things where it was like, where I guess the more business you do, the smaller the world gets. I don't know. So a couple of weeks ago, this woman from Candelas had reached out to us and said that her and her like partner of 4 years, that they were going their separate ways, that they had gone in on this house together and that they were gonna probably need to sell it. Okay, so starting to try to set up an appointment with her. So then she comes back and says, well, he's decided that he's just gonna buy me out. And I'm gonna go buy a place downtown. And of course, I'm like, hey, well, you know, happy to help you find a place. And do you want to make sure that you're, you know, getting bought out fairly? Like, do you need a CMA sort of thing? So she's like, oh, I already have an agent to help me buy and blah, blah, blah. So she goes on her merry way. About a week later, I get an email. Turns out from a guy saying, I might want to sell. So we set up the appointment. We go to the appointment this past Friday. Turns out to be the partner, because he says, oh yeah, he uses her name Jill, and then says things about I'm buying her out. We have a appraiser coming, da, 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 da. And so I'm like putting 2 and 2 together here. And I'm like, this is one and the same. Okay. So he starts chatting. And what I realize is that he's not talking about putting his house on the market. He's talking about potentially having an office exclusive for somebody that might want to swap houses. So here was kind of how he was saying it. Say that there's a family that has like a great house that's just, you know, too small for them and they want a bigger house, and they could just basically take the cost of his house and minus the cost of their house, and the difference would be what they had to pay him for the house. And he wouldn't want to be on the internet. He wouldn't want to be in the MLS. What am I leaving out here? And then he has very specific requirements for what he would want in a house
He's the cockiest bachelor
I've ever met.
that is a 5'6" package of Burt Reynolds and Neil Diamond.
Mashed
Like,
together.
And he was like a 5-star guy in Vietnam. Like he's older, but he lifts weights all the time. So
He's very fit.
Yeah, he's very fit. He's probably in his late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah,
But thinks he is God's gift to the world.
thinks he's the shit. Mhm.
Okay.
Interesting guy.
But
Doesn't want to put on he just wants us to find him somebody that wants to upgrade his house.
So how much energy you can put into that?
Not much.
Not
Right.
much.
Exactly, right? I mean, why would you,
No.
right? I would definitely
he's
stay
like,
in
you'll
touch
have-
with him.
They'll have it photographed. And we're like, no, no.
we'll
I
come
can
take some pictures.
So I can help market it, but I'm not putting money into this if I can't market your property appropriately.
Yeah, and like we could do like an office exclusive and just say like, hey, we have this property if anybody's interested, but beyond that, I don't.
Yeah, how would you?
But isn't that just so crazy? Like, I just was like so befuddled. I
That's a
really,
good
I was
word.
like, so let me just make sure I'm hearing you correctly. I was like, you basically don't want to list your house, but you want me to find somebody that wants to buy your house, that they would have the perfect house for you to trade with, and then have you pay them the difference. And he was like, yes. And I was just like, okay, I just wanted to make sure I had that right.
Yeah, I think you handled it right. And do you even know what that perfect house for him looks like?
Yes, it's about 1,500 square feet. It has to have a 2-car garage. It absolutely has to have a yard for the dog. And it can't be more than like 10 to 15 years old.
Does that exist in Candelas?
Well, he doesn't need to be in Candelas, could be in Wheat Ridge, Arvada, all sorts of places around
But he
this
didn't have a
area.
price point.
Yeah, and we don't
Here's
have a
my
price point.
answer. Next.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
so just curious if anybody had ever had an interesting experience like that before.
No. That's a new one.
Yeah, that was very unique.
Very strange.
It's, yeah, you're right. The more you do and the longer you're in the business, the more weird things and the more surprises that happen. Like not necessarily weird ones, but like the one phone call I got Friday, I had no idea that was coming. Right? And I think he's already packed and we're gonna be on the market by the end of the month.
The other sort of weird thing was that we actually got our first like company referral through Facebook, because I was scrolling and I saw a post that said, hey, I need an agent 80007. And I was like, can I believe my eyes? And there's a certain person who's a big agent in the area who has she has a fan club. And of course, everybody on there was like, fan club chick. So I just picked up the phone and called that agent. I found his number and called him. And he was like, well, I already passed along somebody's name,
And you're like, I know
the
who that
fan club
is.
chick. And I said, well, does any of the names actually live in 80007? And he was like, oh, I'm not sure. And I was like, well, I do. I said, I do most of my business here. I said, so I would really love the opportunity to speak to your client. Lo and behold, the client is right down the street from the house with the main floor master that we're getting ready to list. So anyways, we secured that listing last week. She had actually called this other person who lives in Highlands Ranch and said, hey, I don't think you really know Northwest Arvada. I feel really comfortable with these girls and their expertise, and I'm going to go with them. And she was not too happy. Lo and behold, who shows our house in Dacono this weekend? Fan club chick. So her and I were texting yesterday, and I'm sitting there in the back of my mind going,
She's gonna hate us here.
she's gonna hate me next week
No,
when she
she's
sees
not
the
like
list.
that.
No.
No, she's not like that.
But her people liked our house in Dacono and they're talking about it. So it would just be really funny again to have that interaction on the referral and beat her out for the referral. And then have her show a property of ours the same weekend. But we also looked at her deal flow and damn. Is she a single solo agent?
Yes.
Damn.
Who is it?
Rural life?
Admin.
I still don't know how it's even possible, how you would even function. Like, this has to be all she does.
Ever.
It is, but if you've got the right admin team, who all you do is go on listing appointments
And go show.
and negotiate contracts and show up for closing maybe, it gets really easy. Now, she might be using a showing assistant.
She showed the house herself.
She showed
Yeah.
this house herself.
Drove
So,
all the way.
She drove all the way from Highlands Ranch to Dacono. I was like, I'm so sorry.
but that's all she does.
Yeah.
Like, I'm willing to bet she spoke up at the regional rally up in Vale last year. And I want to say she's got 3 or 4 admins that
Who
do
is this?
everything for her.
Who's gay?
It's Jackie Stratton.
Oh, Jackie Stratton.
Mhm, yeah. I mean, if you ever see a Denver referral, I mean, her fan base is far and wide. I mean,
And she works hard to do that.
and I get that, but what pissed me off was that there is an agent who I gave a referral to in California who was like, Jackie Stratton. I was like, hey, Aaron, like, I'm in Denver too. Like, come on, man. Like, mental note, not going to throw you another referral if you're not going to recommend me.
Okay, or is the mental note, what is our program in our individual businesses to stay in touch with agents that we meet at conferences and do referrals to and have communication with? Because just like our clients can't be expected to remember us if we don't stay in touch with them.
True that.
Agents across the country have no reason to remember you either.
We have a
And-
monthly email.
And I will tell you, there is a network, there's a group of these agents and I watch them, right?
Mhm.
Clinton Porter's in it too. And they send each other quarterly gifts, right? They treat each other, their referral partners around the country, the same way they nurture a client. So they have a 36 touch campaign that goes out to other agents. And they have a high connection through social media, right?
Mhm.
And like Melinda out of San Diego, I guarantee you, I get from her once a quarter, I get a Facebook Messenger message. Now, sometimes it feels customized and sometimes it feels like it's just a copy and paste.
Mhm.
It's probably a copy and paste always, but it's just the way she words it. I get a postcard about every 6 weeks with, it's a San Diego postcard. Like she'll go buy pictures, like she'll go down to King Supers or wherever you
Go
buy
buy
postcards
postcards.
of San Diego, and she sends them to her referral partners. Right? She sends emails, right? And then if you've sent these people a referral or they see you, like I'm sure a lot of people, because they see Jackie's names all the time, they're probably sending Jackie things so that she'll send them referrals, right? So they send gifts to each other. And I'm not talking about $2 gifts.
These guys.
This is not $5 Dairy Queen cards like we're mailing out right now. By the way, next week's National Ice Cream Day, just in case anybody wants to know. But they're sending each other like, and then it's custom to their cities. So like Wendy in Chicago one year sent a gift pack. What's the name of the restaurant in Chicago that's known for the Italian ice and the dogs? Anyway, it doesn't matter, but it's a name place. Everybody knows it when you go to Chicago. It just went through my COVID brain. Anyway, you can get those things sent frozen. So what do you think the Chicago girl sent to all of her Chicago
Chicago
people?
dogs.
She sent the Italian beef sandwiches to everybody in the country and had them shipped to her.
Crazy.
Damn.
But guess what? When people think Chicago, they think of Wendy.
Mhm. Wendy, what's her name? Puznia?
Yeah.
Yeah, even I know who she is because again, I've seen her name so many times in the.
So that is, I mean, that is a big business. If you're going to build a business on agent to agent referrals, yes, it's frustrating to see Jackie's name all the time, especially in our door.
Mhm.
And she works her tail off to get it.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm glad you beat her. That feels almost as good as beating the other 80007 expert. So,
Mhm.
you know, that feels pretty good. All right.
It was just it was one of those very serendipitous
Yeah.
things. You know what I mean? But we wouldn't have got it had I not picked up the phone, just called that agent because I did send him a Facebook message. But again, agents are very easy. You just throw their name in there in real estate and generally you can find their phone number and give them a buzz real quick.
Yeah, it's super easy.
Yeah, and so that's the 775. And so, yeah, we'll give a referral on that, but they also know they were the first house up on their block. They know everybody on the street. They are friends with everyone. And we're gonna we're gonna have 2 houses, like with about 8 houses away from each other the same weekend in our secondary geographical farm. And so we're really proud of that.
Should be. You absolutely should be. Absolutely should be. So I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. What else is on you guys' mind? What are we struggling with?
$2 million property.
Okay. What else? Go.
I just have to share. This is what I'm struggling with. So we have this $2 million property. They are living in Hawaii for the summer. The wife has come home twice because she had business appointments. It looks like a flipping bomb went off in the house.
She basically trashed the
They
house.
trashed the house. Like they're the sloppiest people.
You should
ever.
really show the pictures.
That's all right.
Yeah, but I called and I texted him. I said, so if we get a showing,
What are we supposed to
what am I
do?
supposed to do with all the stuff that's spread out all over the house? He goes, well, can you find someone to take care of it? It's all your laundry and your underwear and shit. And then boxes that she opened that came from Amazon just left all over the house. And I mean, so basically we are stuck with this. Who else is gonna come clean up all that shit?
Well, and
Luckily, we don't have, luckily and unluckily, we don't have a showing. But if we do, it's probably going to be a 4 or 5 hour notice. And then we gotta get over there and clean that house.
well, and the other thing is he's told us before that the wife does not want.
She's sabotaging.
She is.
That's what I feel like she's totally doing. That's exactly what I said to Nikki. And if they're not going to be serious about it, then I just want out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want my sign in the yard. I mean, we're out of a lot of money with regards to getting that house shot and ready to go on the market and all of that. But like, he said that she doesn't want people picking up her clothes and her underwear, because they also had cleaners who she thought was stealing her clothes. But at the same time, why are you, I mean, you walk upstairs and literally it looks like a bomb went off in the upstairs, because there is just clothes everywhere. I've never seen
And she
anything like
left the
it.
bed totally a mess. There's pillows all over the place. I'm like,
Like, does she
your
think
house
she's,
is on the market.
like, do you think you have Jeeves here to come and do your
And they're in
thing?
Hawaii. It's not like they come back after the end of the day and
So we
clean
don't
up.
know what to do. We don't know what to do.
Just
Because
frustrated.
I mean, I'm about to tell Drew, like, look, I need to know whether or not I can go over there and clean the shit up, or if you're gonna be pissed about it. Otherwise, I think, like, I need to understand if you guys are even serious about being on the market anymore, because it doesn't feel like.
Because you can't put more marketing dollars into it if you know that we're showing a house that is such a mess. It needs to have all the weeds done.
Oh, the weeds are atrocious.
He's
I think
not-
you need to have a conversation with them,
Yeah.
right? And say, yeah, I can probably hire somebody, but the bill's yours,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And Gabby goes over and cleans the house and repair.
But I'm glad you said what you said, because that's exactly what I thought. If she's coming back for work and stuff, and we already know she's not super keen on the idea of selling this house, I think she's just trying to make it harder and harder and harder.
I think that's what you have.
Because they're willing to take a small price reduction just to get us a potential boost. Like, we're thinking like maybe like a $50,000 price reduction, nothing major. You know, but
I don't know. I think you're thinking right. I think you're right. So, all right, what else? What's happening in Sarah's world? What's going on in Brighton?
Sarah is
Did
busy.
you see that? We almost saw her face.
oh my goodness.
The camera went on.
Sarah's
it went
standing in the
off.
middle of Home Depot.
Why?
So, because I remodeled and retiled my bathroom this weekend, and I need a part for the shower because the one I ordered didn't fit.
Oh,
So
yeah.
fun times. But yeah, I cap out in a week. We got another house coming on market, hopefully in about 2 weeks. I have another closing next week. And then my older sister's buying a house. We're just looking for it. The second it gets on market, we'll hopefully have it. And then one of my fantastic attorneys are going to be buying next month. And then I have a cruise in August.
So did I hear you're going to be a first-time capper next week?
I know. I'm so excited.
Yay, we're so proud of you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Now's when it really kicks up the heat. Kicks up the heat. So, all right. What else? What else is on you guys' mind? I had so much for the first group, but
Yeah.
nothing for this one. Go ahead.
I just got somebody to call me that haven't talked to in a year, and I've been leaving so many messages, so sorry I was gone. I don't know, oh, will you hold this up? Or I'll just say it.
Give it here.
One of my volunteer gigs is with Local Works over in Wheat Ridge, and we're having our biannual Mid-Century and Modern Tour, August 19th. It's a Saturday. And first of all, if you guys are interested in mid-century homes, we've got 6 really beautiful homes. Tickets, I think, are $30. So if you'd like to come and see some of those homes, that would be great. There's an after party on 30th Avenue in Wheat Ridge, really nice people. But we're also looking for volunteers. And this is a gig where if you did one of the 3-hour shifts, say 10 to 1, then you would get a free ticket to go look at the houses, the other 5 houses from 1 to 3. We're looking for folks to man the houses, so you'll be in the same place. You can bring a partner, you can wear your KW swag, you can talk to people about houses who love houses in Wheat Ridge. I just think it's a great deal for anybody who would want to come and volunteer, get that free ticket, and meet tons of folks who are interested in homes. So
So do you have a digital copy of that?
I have a digital copy. I'll post it on our Facebook group. And then there's one posted with a QR code over at the Old Town office. So holler with any questions, but we'd love to work with you.
Awesome. And you worked this last year, right?
I did. Last year I volunteered to control the volunteers, and this year I got to be instrumental in meeting the homeowners and choosing the houses. And it was really fun. Some beautiful, small, large, the whole thing is how do you live in the 21st century in a home that was built in the 1950s or 60s. And we've got some great examples of that.
Fun. Fun. I think it's a great opportunity, right? Especially if you're in the houses, right? You're wearing your KW swag and you're in a house for 3 hours, or you can do more than one shift, right?
But
And who's going to be walking through those houses?
people who love houses.
People who love houses, and maybe they need a realtor.
I used to do this in Dallas for the big mansions in Dallas that were built in the early 1900s. And I would have given anything to get a realtor back then because of the amount. I mean, it was a massive fundraiser for the elementary school that was
Yeah.
there. But oh my gosh. the
Yeah,
people
we're
that come through there.
Expecting a couple hundred people to buy tickets, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it could be, for those of you that are, love Wheat Ridge or just love clients, right? At least they'd be on the west side of town, right? Which is where
Yeah.
most of us partake, right?
Yeah.
It's just a great opportunity to get in front of, you just never know who's gonna walk in the door.
True.
So I want to volunteer, so I'm going to the Old Town office next, so there's a QR code there for me. to
There, I'm gonna
scan.
send you, are you on the Facebook groups, Joyce?
I have my orientation this Friday.
Okay, I'm just gonna find I'm gonna get your email address and send it to you.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So we'll do that after. All right.
Thank you.
All right, what else is going on? Sarah's capping and what are some of the unique ways you guys are meeting people this summer? What are some things that you're doing outside of your normal box to build those relationships with people? Go, you guys are doing a big thing.
Candelas Fest?
Okay, what's a
What's
Candelas?
a Candelas Fest?
Go ahead, Nikki.
So we throw an annual party. It's like a festival in Candelas every single year. It's supposed to be done by the social committee of Candelas, but our social committee sucks.
So it's really just
the
us.
Amanda and Nikki
Losing
show.
losers.
Yeah.
But
We'll take it.
we are planning this. It brings in about 1,000 to 1,500 people every year. Even last year, we did it the second weekend of September. It poured rain.
It was
but We
freezing.
still probably have 1,000 people. that
We
came
still have a
out.
lot of
Yeah,
people.
It was crazy. But so basically I set up everything, and then I get carnival games and I get rock climbing walls and DJ and photo booth and all the stuff. And I create sponsorship opportunities. So anybody and everybody can be a sponsor. But I create all the levels, and then I'm working on it today, and then it will go out to the whole community. But even though it's a social committee event, it comes from my email with our signature at the bottom on every single correspondence for not only everybody that's coming, everybody I'm asking to be a vendor, everybody outside the community that wants to be a vendor. There's not a person that doesn't know that we are realtors.
And what I love about it is that you really promote other small business owners
Yes.
that live in your community,
Yes, that was
right?
a very inexpensive $75 to be involved.
So love that, love that. Sherry, what are you guys doing out there to fun ways that you're getting to meet new people and build and strengthen relationships?
Yeah, our next food, so we're continuing our food truck, but we've kind of stepped it up. We've partnered with the Arvada Fire Department. So they were here last month. They're coming this month again. They have a tent and they bring their truck so the kids can come down and get a picture. In July, we have a live band coming to the park. Another ice cream. Well, we bring the ice cream truck all the time, but 2 food trucks instead of 1. So yeah, hopefully that'll be festive. The weather hasn't been agreeing so much lately, but hopefully for July it will be. Yeah. That's
Love it. Love it. All right, what else are we doing? We have all kinds of fun stuff.
I have the Moo Mobile coming to a little park in Longmont next this Saturday, to scoop free ice cream for National Ice Cream Day. I'm doing it a day early, but then I'm gonna go home and eat ice cream on Sunday by myself when no one can watch me. So that's my celebration.
I love it. And what you sent out, what, about 80
About
specific
80
invitations?
postcards, and I think there'll be about 20 people there, you know? And then other people can, it's a crowded park, so I'm sure other people will come over and buy their ice cream or maybe get my information, give me their information, and they can have a free scoop.
Love it. Love it. Give away a scoop of ice cream and find new people, new friends. What else? What are some of the fun things we're doing? Anything else? Good. I love doing that. All right. How are we all? Oh, I forgot to tell the first group.
What?
I need to send an email.
Okay.
The 18th, Tuesday. Mid-year, mid-halftime hustle.
Yeah.
Right? It's, if you look at our business year as a game, we're starting the second half. Some of us need to change, right? Because at the end of the day, it's about winning the game. And some of us are not the team that's winning right now, right? Some of us are down a point, some of us are down a lot of points, right? So how do we have to adapt what we set out to do at the beginning of the year to still achieve our goals? And here's what I know, as your coaches, I know every single person in this room can still hit their goals. Mathematically, it's possible. You're not shut out. Okay? You're not down by 300 points. Okay? Bowling reference. So, you're not down by that bad, but you might have to change your game plan. So I am doing that class on the 18th, and I want to say it's 11 to 1, but don't hold me to it because I don't remember. Stacy's looking. Is that what it is, Sherry? Thank you. So make sure you plan to be here. It is not going to be the business planning clinic from October. It's a different, there's a component of that, but it's different. And I taught it in Iowa, and I know how to tweak it now so that it's even better for you guys. So anyway, plan to be here. That's a class. I'm pretty sure there's probably a Zoom link, but as you guys know, those type of classes are best in person. Yes, ma'am.
You mentioned during our talk last week that you had sent out like a pre worksheet to talk about where your business is right now, your sort of halftime. And I didn't find that in my email. Did you post it somewhere? Or did
Nope,
you
I
email
emailed it to everybody who's in the coaching.
Can you email it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't see it and I never can find anything.
So Sherry found it.
Sherry, you're so good.
I'm
Could you
trying to
resend it
Uber
for me?
through it.
Okay, but I did send it. So that made me feel better that I didn't think I did that in my sleep. So I know I sent it before I drove back here. So I want to say I sent it around the 3rd or 4th of July.
Okay, I'll go looking again. I just find the email very difficult to find something when you want to find it. So if I
Alright.
can't find it, I'll let you know.
I'll resend it out to everybody. But make sure you guys have that on your calendar. It's a valuable class.
Is that on the Google Calendar?
It should be.
Yeah. So it's this coming Tuesday.
It's a week from Tuesday.
No, it's a week from Tuesday.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, and for new agents, for yourself, like yourself, it's the perfect time to also use that same methodology to figure out what you want to achieve in the second half. So it will work for both new and those that have been working throughout the year and cruising along. So just make sure that we're there. And it's got some fun stuff. At least I know this crowd likes sports, so it'll be good. All right. Anything else? No?
Just busy summer. I think everybody's doing the things they can, balancing having kids home, and I know that's a big struggle for me.
All right. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Big hunk of the group has that problem, that challenge, that opportunity. I guess they're not problems. I have a kid, and sometimes I remember she was a problem, but right. But it does. It creates a challenge, right? Or just life in summertime, right? There's so many other things going on, right? Whether it's I'm going out of town camping, or I'm, doing extra things with family and all of these events. Or maybe you just want to spend a day a week at the pool, right? So my question is, how are you doing it?
Put it in my calendar.
The pool time? The pool time?
I have a goal. I have a different schedule now with my other job, and my goal is to hike on Friday mornings because I have Friday mornings off now.
Good.
So, yeah,
So that's in your, if I went and looked at your calendar, every
No.
Friday would say hike.
metaphorically.
Okay, so until it's written down,
Okay,
it's not there.
hold on, write it down.
Okay, how are the rest of you guys handling it, right? How are you handling summer? Okay, so are you ready to be vulnerable?
Sure.
Okay, so talk to me. Talk to us. Let us help you. Because you know what? We might help everybody else by helping you. So what's the challenge?
Just finding things to do with my daughter and balancing, having time to do things with her.
Okay,
Because like today, she was like, well, what am I gonna do today? I'm like, you need to figure that out. Like, she does have dance camp Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so she's taking care of it. Like today, she's like, well, I don't know what to do with myself. And like, get a friend and go on a ride, like a scooter ride. I'm like, go do something. Mommy gotta work.
There was
Okay.
just a great article about letting kids be bored.
Yeah.
oh, now this is an educator talking to us. Okay,
Mhm.
tell us more.
Yeah.
It was in the New York Times a couple of weeks ago, and I never raised kids, so I didn't have this problem, but I was always bored as a kid. But then again, I always knew I had to find something to excite myself and interest myself. And I don't know if that helps having a kid, Amanda, but maybe exactly what you're doing, which is, so what are you gonna do today?
Mhm.
You know, who
Take
you gonna
charge.
hang out with, who you gonna
Yeah.
call?
Call a friend.
What book are you gonna read?
Yeah.
Right? Right? Like what book are you gonna read?
How are
Or-
you gonna get to the library to check out some books so that you're not bored, you know, just any.
Okay. That's right, my bag. Yeah, we used to go to the library. That was what we did.
I went to the library because they had air conditioning and I didn't have
that.
I didn't have it.
Yes, yes, I remember that, right? Okay. So your challenge is feeling that your daughter needs to have something to do every day that you plan. Okay. And finding time for you to do things with her every week. Okay, so let me ask you this,
Okay.
and I get it. You are really busy. Your team is very busy. And you did things in your business to allow you some leverage time.
Yes.
You have a partner,
Yes.
a damn good one.
Yes.
Okay, you have admin support.
Yep.
You cannot tell me that with that type of leverage in your world, you cannot find a single half a day a week.
I had a whole weekend this weekend.
Okay,
And I
no.
feel guilty about it come Monday.
No,
I'm like, I didn't do
But
enough.
no,
No guilt.
but every week, you said, every week I'm challenged with finding time to do things with my kid. So can you find a day where you can, half a day, maybe you take Kenley to lunch at 1 o'clock and you don't come back to work for 1 day. 1 day. Can you find a half a day where the two of you go to the pool, you go for a hike, you go shopping, because that was always our favorite thing to do as mother and daughter. Is there a day of the week, Monday through Saturday, that you know your partner and your admin team will have your business so locked down that you don't have to worry about it at work? Probably. So what day of the week is it going to be?
I don't know.
So your partner is going to help her find that day. It's probably not Friday. It's probably not Monday.
Right.
But Tuesday or Wednesday are probably a couple of really good days where things are a little quieter. Or you could plan it so you started at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You could still work till 2:30
Right.
and then go do something with her from 3 to 5. It's not like you have to spend
The whole
all day.
Yep.
Go to a movie.
You're right.
So your partner is going to help you find that.
Okay.
And then
The Barbie movie perhaps?
I know. We are gonna probably go see the
I
Barbie.
it's getting rave reviews.
It really is, which is hilarious. I'm like, I don't even know.
All
what
right.
it
I
is.
don't even
So,
understand it. but
How
okay.
many of the rest of you with kiddos related to what Amanda just said?
Well, I really do because Allie's our only daughter as well. And yes, for sure, there's that guilt of, sorry, find something else to do. But what I've been doing besides the multiple camps that I've been sending her to for fun, is I give her projects or things I want done through the day. And I'm like, if you can get these things done, then we'll go, to the mall for an hour, or I'll take you and a friend to the mall this day and I can sit and work while they go shopping. So that's how I've been able to get some organizing done and some cleaning and stuff like that. I don't know.
Great idea.
And your kids are about the, your girls are about the
Yeah.
same age.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can organize, I want her to organize this desk. It's been so difficult to get her to do, but now that she knows, there's something else that's going to be fun, if she can do it, then anyway, it's been helping.
Love it. Anybody else? Sarah, Elena? You feeling that too?
Are you there?
I'm here.
Sarah, how old is your girl, your Jessie?
She just turned 10.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, what else? What other, that was great. Thank you, Amanda. Yeah. Because a lot of us can relate to finding that time for other people in our world, right? Whether it's children or whatever, it's a challenge. But we can't feel guilty about it, because what do we say? What's number one?
Family.
Career.
Something.
Okay,
Something like.
so,
Fajitas.
and
I could go for some fajitas.
Always.
I'm so sick of Mexican food. All right.
Never.
Never.
I thought I would say that too, but I had some really bad in Iowa.
Oh, because it was Iowa.
No, but
Never.
Come on.
Colorado.
well,
East
so-
of the Mississippi.
my family was like, we're going to this place because it's authentic. And it was authentic in the fact that the people that own it and run it actually come from that culture. Sorry. And it was horrible. It was horrible. Anyway, but it was authentic, I guess, but whatever. I like my own taco bars. I'm not going out for taco food anytime soon. Anyway, all right. Well, here's what I tell you. You guys are doing really well. I told Charles, I may have been working remote, but you guys are having the best July we've ever had. You probably, as a team, as a coaching team, we are going to have the biggest month ever. And we've even taken some terminations, which has kind of been a bummer. And we're still going to have probably the highest volume units that we've ever had. So if you all need me to leave town on a full-time basis just to help you, I'm more than happy to do so. Nikki's laughing. But it's true. How do you get business?
Go out of town.
Go out of town. So Margaret goes out of town and you all get business and keep me super busy, which I love. So anyway, make sure you're taking some time, right? Take time for the summer. But if you're going to take time, make sure you got wheels in motion so that things don't die. Right? What is your leverage? Are you using Smart Plans and Command? Are you setting up some automated Facebook posts? So you can go like Sarah does on her cruise and throw her phone in the safe. Because I will tell you, you will burn out if you don't. And you have to, you guys are all so busy with life and your businesses that if you don't keep your battery charged, your car's not going to start.
Bob mentioned this morning that he's doing a deal with an agent who it took 2 weeks to get the contract accepted
Heard
because
that.
she was on vacation and just not
She's on a
returning a
cruise
phone
and-
calls. Yeah.
She didn't have
anybody-
coverage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
had
no
no one to
coverage.
take over, which
Okay.
I thought.
So some of
Doesn't
you,
serve her clients very well.
some of you don't have partners in your business. So what do you do?
Okay, I want to add, I go on quarterly cruises and that's like my new thing and I love it. And my clients are well taken care of. Thank you to the people in coaching that have my back and vice versa. Just saying.
I met a gal, I offered to do an open house for a house that wasn't selling in my area over in Applewood in December. And she started doing all these vacations and she pays me to watch her business when she's gone because she works for an online business and doesn't have anybody nearby. Like, sure, nothing ever happens.
You need to recruit her to our
I
office.
try, I know. I've
Get
been
her name to
trying.
Charles.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you're a single agent or you and your teammate are gone at the same time. We just went through that when Stacy and I went up to Jeff's event, right? There's times when you're both gone. Who's watched the house? Have yourself a real estate buddy. Someone you trust, someone that can just watch your business while you're gone. You don't have to pay him $1,000, right? But if you can find the right buddy, and I will tell you, I'm looking at him. Stacy and I used to do that. You two used to do that. Sherry and Mara did, right? You find someone that you work well with. You don't have to be official partners, but hey, I'm going out of town. I need to shut down. We're going on a cruise. I'm not paying for the data plans. Will you take care of my clients? I'll give you a good summary. And then when you're gone, I'll do the same thing. Right? And then at the end of the day, if something really awesome happens and they get a deal under contract and you're going to get a really big commission, then throw them a piece of the commission when it closes. But there doesn't have to be this, I'll pay you $50 a house, or I'll pay you $100, or I'll pay you whatever. To do that, if you can find the right buddies, and this group, unfortunately, we're not all here today because some people are taking some downtime and I'm super proud of them for that, right? But if you can find the right collaboration, and this is a pretty cohesive group, right? Leverage each other so that you all have some recharge. Because I don't want to see the day that you guys are out there going, and the car won't start anymore.
Literally or metaphorically.
Exactly. Right. The real car I can fix, I can't fix you. I'm not a psychiatrist.
And yeah, that's exactly what Elena and I do too. She's the one that watches my business. When she goes out of town, I watch hers. And that's just kind of how we've done it. And I go out of my way to try to be as nice to her as possible when I do it and everything. But yeah, we talk and everything before I go and set it all up. And she's taking great care of my clients so I can turn off for a while and vice versa. I watched her clients so she could go, I think, to the Springs or something a while ago. I don't remember. But she went and did something for like a week and then I watched her. So it's great. It works.
Yep. And you just got to make sure that everybody feels like they're not being taken advantage.
Right.
Right. So, that would be my parting thoughts today. I mean, I have to go find a GIF of a battery that's just going.
Yeah, right.
Okay. But make sure you stay charged. Love on those kids because pretty soon they go to college, huh, Nikki? So, all right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a good week. Call me if you need me. I think you all have one-on-one scheduled with me because you're all cappers or about to be. So, Sarah, that means you get to put up with me once a week instead of twice a month. So,
Yay!
let's get these businesses rocking and rolling, and I will see you all soon.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Hey Joyce, what's your email?